Hello everyone! In this video we will see how to use the Unity animator easily and efficiently. I will explain everything in the simplest way possible. But before I start the video, let me introduce you my two games that I published on the Google Play Store, The Destroyer and Dice Jumper, two really funny games and completely free. A week ago I added a brand new update for The Destroyer that changed everything. The game has been completely redone and improved, no more bugs, improved visuals, new customization options, new maps, enemies and much more. Dice Jumper was released very recently and is absolutely amazing and super fun. I ask you all to go install these two games on your Android device, test them and give me your opinion and advice. I will be listening to your requests and I can help you to create games like this on my YouTube channel. Thank you for your support and don't forget to install them. Okay, first of all you will need to create an animator controller, which is where you will be able to define, link and create transition between your animations. To do this, right click, create animator controller. Great. Now that you have an animator controller, we can create animations and assemble them. First of all, to create an animation on Unity, you will have to open the animation menu by going to Windows, Animation, then you are going to have to add an animator component to your object that is going to be animated, and then assign your animator controller. We can now create an animation. Concerning the interface of this menu, you will be able to record the animation by pressing on this red circle, and by clicking on it again you will be able to stop the recording. Use the timeline to place your keys in time. The keys represent the changes made during your recording. And finally, you can navigate between your animation with this tab. For example, I'm going to create a rotation and size animation on my cube. I want this cube to rotate around itself while changing size like in video games item. So I move the timeline at 2 seconds and I can define its rotation in Y at 360. Then at 1 second I change the size of the cube to 0. And finally I change its size to 1 at 1 second. Now, if I launch the animation, the cube rotates around itself and changes size indefinitely. I can make this animation not loop anymore by unchecking the loop box on the created animation. Great, but now imagine that our cube must execute several animations under condition. For that, we will have to go to the Animator tab. Here you will find your first animation created in yellow. This means that it is the basic animation execute at the beginning. I have created another animation in the meantime that allows the cube to disappear. So to link the two animations together, we will have to create an arrow that will link these two animations. If I press play, the player will play the first animation and the second animation. But he plays it indefinitely and doesn't come back to the first one because an arrow from the second one is missing in the first animation. Any state allows you to launch an animation no matter what the previous animation was, and exit allows you to leave your animation without going directly to another animation. Okay, now to add a condition, you will have to go to the parameters and then add an animation by clicking on the plus. You will have 4 possibilities. As in C#, you can create an int variable, so an integer, a float variable, so a real number, a bool variable, so either true or false, and finally a trigger variable, which is like a bool variable but which is applied only once, So like a button that would return to its starting value once it is equal to 1 or true. Okay, so for this example we will use the bool variable. In our arrow, to go from the first animation to the second, we will add the condition we created, uncheck has exit time when you have a condition, and then you will only have to create a new script that will allow you to manage this condition. For this example, I will create a script that will realize the condition if the player touches the cube, for example. Note that this example applies to all the others. For example, if you want to activate an animation when the player presses a key, then the same process will apply, and your code will be the same except for the condition in your code for the animation to start. To detect then the player enters the cube collision box, I will use the onTriggerEnter void, and then I will add a public animator component. Then in this one I can add this line of code anim.setBall in canPickup is equal to true. So here is the syntax you will have to use to handle your conditions. Here are some examples with the other types of variables. Then save the script, drag and drop your script into your cube, assign the animator and set your box glider to trigger. And now, if I run the game, then my player comes in contact with the cube, he plays his second animation. To make sure that the cube doesn't play any animation after this one, just delete the arrow and make sure that your animation is not in loop time. Here is what it can look like in one of my projects. So we come to the end of this video. If you liked the video, don't hesitate to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to install my 2 video games, Dice Jumper and V-Destroy on the Google Play Store. It will help me a lot. If you want other specific tutorial on Unity like this one, do not hesitate to give me your opinion and your suggestion of video in comment. I will answer all your comments. Thank you all. Bye.